everybody. How you doing? It's me, Chef Mick. All right, get our chef coats on. You guys ready for today's show? Super Bowl tailgate party, guys. We're gonna have 4 different things that I'm making for you today. At least 4. We'll see what else happens. Let's get our chef coats going. Let's get our hats on. And the first thing we have to do is actually go outside. So you guys are gonna actually take a walk with me outside. I've already got my water boiling and I've got my oven set preheated at 300 degrees, guys, because we're doing a cheesecake. All right, where's my hat? Where's my hat? Ah, there you are. All right, guys. Chef Mick cooking for the boys live, Super Bowl tailgate. And you're going to follow me around all the way outside. Dun, dun, dun. Now you're going to have to look at me like this for a little while. I'm going outside. You can't see much more of my studio apartment thingy here. But we're going to go outside. Remember, if you watched my show yesterday, or if you watched the mini episodes that I posted yesterday, one of them was getting the grill started for smoking. All right? So, if you look down here, all right, I have it all stacked up on one side because this is a grill, not a smoker. So it's going to burn here, go through here. So let's get it started. All we got to do is light it right now. We'll come back in a couple of minutes when it's nice and, when everything is nice and gray. Whew, that one didn't want to start for me. That one, wow, that one caught. Oh, no. Don't be afraid. Look at that. Okay, you see how it caught? There you go, but we need to make sure all of it gets caught here. So let's take this first one that didn't catch. Let's light it. Try not to light ourselves on fire. See? Conserving matches and everything. There we go. All right, guys. In fact, you know what? You guys are going to get to watch. I'm going to make it blow up. Hold on. There you go. Try not to do this too close, guys, and don't be smart about it, but there you go. There, now that's burning. All right. We're going back inside. Come on. Okay. All right, we got the fire started, but we've got to wait for that charcoal. The charcoal has to burn to a gray, get nice and hot. Yes, I know we're smoking and not cooking directly over it, but believe me. Believe me when I say the charcoal needs to be gray, okay? Don't doubt me on this one. It's going to get nice and hot in there. It's going to be like an oven in there, and that's what we're going to do. So now we're going to work on our cheesecake. Remember, our oven is preheated to 300. Let's get working on the cheesecake. We've got a new feature for you today, guys, because I have somebody in studio working with me, my son Duran, who's up here with us now. He's controlling the camera, so we have more than one camera now. Duran, show me that other camera. There you go. There you go. So what does this cheesecake call for, guys? What does the cheesecake call for? You see my beautiful stand mixer right here? Okay. The cheesecake calls for cream cheese. Now, if you look at the recipe I have on my website, on the recipe page at www.ricklucio.com, you look at the recipe page for Super Bowl cheesecake, it says you need 3 of these packages, 3 1/4. Well, I'm making a much smaller version of the cheesecake, so I'm only using 1 package of cream cheese. I'm cutting the whole recipe down. I'm cutting the whole recipe down by 1/3, guys. By 1/3. I'm making a much smaller portion, but it is still a fantastic portion. There you go. Look at that. Okay? Now the cream cheese is getting all nice and creamed in there. And what do we do when we're doing that? Well, we need to add the sweetened condensed milk. Now, if I'm going to cut it down by 1/3, I need like 3 1/2, 4 ounces of the milk. 2 tablespoons is 1 ounce. 2 tablespoons is 1 ounce. So I need 8 of these things, 7 of these things. So, and this is not like free-flowing milk. Okay, so, ow. So 1, 2, 3, 4. My machine seems to be fighting me. 5, 6. We're going to stay at 7, guys. 7. There you go. 7 tablespoons, about 4 ounces, 3.5 ounces of this. Okay, now let me turn the machine off, push stuff down from the side. All you good bakers understand why we're doing this. Remember, we're doing this right now, but we still have a fire outside. The fire outside, we need to get down to a gray charcoal. So let's keep this going. Okay, there you go. And let's speed it up a little bit. Now, we have those 2 things going. They look great. Oh, that looks wonderful. So now we need to add some vanilla. It wants 2 teaspoons. I'm going to cut it down, but so I'm just going to put in a couple of things. But you know what? Hey, it's your cake, guys. Well, however you want to make it taste, you make it taste. So we got some vanilla going in there. Now, it does call for 2 eggs, and I'm not very sure how I would take 2 eggs and make that, take 1/3 of an egg or 1/3 of 2 eggs. So if you have a medium egg or a small egg, you're fine. If you have large eggs, you know, maybe you don't want to use the whole thing, but I don't see it's going to be a problem. So here goes my 1 large egg in there. And we're just going to cream it. We're going to cream it. There it goes. Oh, looking good, guys. If you want to speed it up a little, that's fine. I am using the paddle attachment. I am not using a whisk. I'm using a paddle attachment. If you want to use the whisk and add some air into it, that's up to you. But that looks wonderful, doesn't it, guys? That looks wonderful. Now, we need to cream it some more. You see how it still has a lot of little stuff in there? Okay, there we go. Woo, much better. Much better. All right, turn this off. Let's drop it down. Take this paddle off right there so we can remove this, sort of, but don't go anywhere. Here is the pie that I'm using. You can see the graham cracker crust is already on there. If you look at my mini episodes from yesterday, you'll see how to make the graham cracker crust. It does not need any pre-baking. Just make it and put it in there and fill it and you're fine. Oh yeah, this is a lot. Oh, this is an excellent one. So let's fill. Yes, I tasted it. And this one is great, guys. So let's fill this up. I may have a little extra in here, but that's all right. But that's all right. Woo. There we go. Look at that cheesecake. That's what we're making right now, guys. Like I said, this is actually the pan itself. The pan itself is called a pot pie pan. It's like a 5-inch or 4.5-inch pan. So if you're going to make it at home and you're going to make the full recipe, you need to use one of those bigger, what are they called, guys? What are they called? I had the name of it and I wrote it down and I even thought about it. Springform. There you go. Springform pan. You need a big springform pan. It's the kind that has this little hitch on the side that you can open and close. If you're not going to do that, then you can use this. Okay, now, let me show you something else. This is a regular pie pan full of water. So what am I going to do? I'm going to put this in here. We're calling that a water bath. All right, guys? You see that? It's in a water bath. If you don't do that, your cheesecake will dry up and it'll crack like crazy. All right, so we're going to switch cameras so you can see. I'm going to put this thing in the oven. Haha, there you are. The oven, 300 degrees, guys. Now, normally you would put it in for an hour, but because mine is smaller, we're going to bake it. We're going to add a cook time of 25 minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Right there, and start. 25 minutes, guys. Let me get this beautiful machine out of the way. Now, it's time to put stuff on the grill. So what are we putting on the grill today, guys? We're putting 2 things. We're putting wings. We're going to put some wings on the grill, and we're going to put some sliders. Sliders meaning mini hamburgers. All right? So let's get the wings going here. Now, on the grill itself, I'm not going to do a lot of fancy stuff with these wings. So Oh wow. So excuse me there. I breathed in some of this smoke or some of this steam from my other pan. So on these wings right here, and let me adjust my view here. On these wings right here, I'm really not going to do anything except throw some oil on them, olive oil, like that, and some salt and pepper, my friends. All right, remember my pepper grinder? Everything's bigger in Texas. That's right, baby. And remember my salt crock. So here we go. I could actually use some more salt for my salt crock. There we go. Salt and pepper. Wings are ready to go. We're gonna take those out in a minute. We gotta make the what are the other things? Soft sliders. So now we get a bowl for the meat. Today I'm making turkey sliders. This is about a pound of ground turkey. You can use ground beef, yes, but I wanted to make something a little different. Turkey sliders, my friends. So what do we put in the ground beef? What do we put in the sliders? Well, this is where you want to flavor stuff. So you do need some pepper. Every time I get near the stove, this steam is steaming up my glasses, and I can't see a thing. It's hilarious. I need some salt, some chopped onions, ooh, right there, and we're going to throw some Worcestershire sauce. You can use steak sauce, you can use Worcestershire sauce, you can use soy sauce, whatever you want. How about some garlic powder? I was going to put onion powder, but I put fresh onion, so I don't need onion powder. And les pièces de résistance. Yeah, I did that much better, didn't I, guys? Okay. Un poquito, just a little touch of comino. A little bit of cumin. It's not in the recipe, but guess what? It should be. So, there you go. Let's mix this together. Let's mix it all together. All right. That cake's been in the oven for about 2 minutes now. Okay, it's been in the oven for 4 minutes. 3 minutes, I'm sorry. I have trouble when I'm counting, and I'm counting backwards. You know, it's a countdown backwards. That's when I have the most trouble. Okay, there's that. So now let's let's form these sliders. All you do is take a small handful like this. All you do is take a small handful, put it like that, and that's gonna be your little patty right there. Boom. See? Now you're saying, well, what are we going to use? We're going to use dinner rolls. In this case, some Hawaiian buns for the bun itself. Some Hawaiian dinner rolls for the bun itself, and it's going to be fantastic, guys. Okay, well, let's get another one going here, and then we're going to go outside here. All right. But now I'm going to, because I need to wash my hands and carry all of this, I'm going to have my producer and director, who's sitting in the other room, come over here and grab the camera and follow me outside. He didn't know he was going to have to do this, but I try to keep things surprising for him. So, let me unplug the camera, let me unplug this. You see my food right there? All right, guys. Heading outside, we're going to put this on the grill right away. A couple of things you have to know when we get to the grill. First, we got to clean it a little bit. If you'll excuse me, let me slide by. There we go. Put this down here. Put on my work gloves. Okay, look at the grill. Look at that fire going. Look how the charcoal is turning all nice and gray and ready to heat up. Can you see it at all? There you go. Yeah, that's perfect right there. Okay, so you can see how the charcoal is getting all nice and ready to go. You got some fire still going. Let's use that. Let's use that heat. Clean off this. You're wondering what's on it? It was yesterday's dinner is what was on it. This is what we get for living in sunny San Diego. We get to grill whenever we want. Let's switch that over. put this here. Yesterday's dinner is still on there. Now I'm gonna smoke it. I'm not gonna put it on directly. I'm not gonna put it over the heat. I'm gonna put it on this side. I'm gonna close it. So let's grab the chicken. Oops, let me take off the glove. I don't want to grab the chicken with the glove. There you go, like that. So we're gonna put the chicken down on this cleaned grill, but we're gonna be on the side here. Now the chicken's gonna take longer to smoke than the hamburgers are. So I'm going to move the hamburgers not onto the bottom part here, but onto this part up here. And this grill, it's a little difficult, but it's not impossible. So we're going to put them up here. I'm only cooking for 3 people, guys, so please understand why I'm only doing a pound of this or a few wings or anything like that, because I don't have, today is our show day and I'm cooking for only 3 people. I'm not going to make food and then let it sit there and not get eaten. So that's why it looks the way it does. So that's what our grill looks like. Chicken on this side, burgers here. We're going to close it. And then the smoke is going to come out up here. And well, at a later time you'll be able to see the smoke. But trust me, there's smoke coming out right there. And now we get to go back inside. Take off my work gloves, grab a thing, and let's go back inside, guys. Okay, so we got meat on the grill being smoked, not cooked over direct heat. We've got a cheesecake in the oven. Things are looking good for us, guys. Things are looking promising for us. So here we go. And yes, there's a little bit of camera work that I have to do, and my producer over there has to come help with. But I think it's been a much better show than we've had in the past. You know, you get to see a lot more camera views. All right. So what else do we got going? Let me show you my work area again. This is my work area. Right here, this pot right here is where we're going to do our seafood boil. We're not ready to put the seafood in, but we are ready to put in the spices. In this case, Old Bay. Old Bay is an East Coast spice as opposed to a Gulf Coast spice. And don't be afraid to put it in there. It's nothing to be afraid of. And so that's why we're doing it. East Coast, that's our shout out to New England there for this one. And then we're going to put in the potatoes and the corn. They take the longest. The potatoes especially. These are red potatoes. They were a little big, so I cut them down. Okay? So I cut them down. I kept them in water because I cut them earlier. I kept them in water, which keeps them from browning. That's right. There you go. Potatoes in there. Corn. I bought frozen corn. You can buy fresh corn. It doesn't matter. Frozen corn. I even cut these in half after they've thawed out a little bit. Potatoes and corn are going to take longer, so they need to go in there. All right. They're going to take longer, so they have to be in there, guys. That's in there. We've got the seasoning. We've got the potatoes and the corn. So, what are we working on next? You're thinking, wow, everything's cooking, so what could we possibly do? Well, one of the things we need, we need a saucepan like this because we've got to make barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce for those wings. All right? And even the hamburgers, if that's how you like to roll. So, we're going to start off with some tomato sauce, which I need to get a can opener for. Can opener. Tomato sauce. All right. So, let's turn on the front burner here. I got it just not all the way to high, but between medium and high there. So, it's medium high or high medium or however you want to look at it. Okay, let's start off with the whole can. Now, if you're making this and you think you've thinned it out too much or you just don't like the consistency, do not be afraid to add tomato paste. It'll thicken it up for you, okay? Not in the same way that flour or cornstarch thickens stuff, but it'll thicken it up for you. Now, We got to get that going. But our barbecue sauce calls for some more, also some Worcestershire sauce in here. Okay, don't be afraid to put it all right now. You don't need one heating up while the other one is, you know, we don't need one heated up completely. We're just going to throw it all in here and heat it all together. Some honey. Okay, yes, I said honey. I love honey in my barbecue sauce. I love sweetness. So there you go. Remember something though. The honey is sugar. That means it's going to burn faster. So you have to stir this around, not let it sit straight directly onto the bottom of the pan, or else it's going to burn on you. So what do we have so far? Tomato sauce, Worcestershire, honey. Now, before we add any other sweet to it, let's add a little spice to it, guys. Little spice. Crushed red pepper. Okay, red pepper flakes, crushed red pepper. You know, maybe you're so only used to using them on your pizza or on your spaghetti. Believe me, we want spicy and sweet on our wings. These are not Buffalo wings. The Buffalo Bills did not make the playoffs, so I can make the wings any way I want them. Or they did not make the Super Bowl. They don't think they made the playoffs either. So these are not buffalo wings. Let's go ahead and throw in some garlic powder and some onion powder. All right, we're down to 12 minutes left on our cheesecake, guys. This is exciting. Exciting. Or exciting. I'm not sure how you like to pronounce it, but there is an X in there somewhere. And onion powder. Remember I said that. Garlic and onion powder. Okay, now, if the honey wasn't sweet enough, or if you don't like the way this is going to taste, if you need something else, or more of a tomato taste, you can use ketchup. And I'm going to put some ketchup in there, even though I haven't tasted it yet. Look at this. Look at this. See? That is awesome. That is awesome. But I'm going to put ketchup in it anyway. Okay? Ketchup has a lot of sugar in it also. So you have to, you know, be careful not to put too much, or else it will be too sweet for you. I need some more of this. Oh, that's way too much. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? There you go. Now that's going to be spicy and sweet. So we're going to let this go like this. All right. Now, the boil looks good. The reason we haven't put the shrimp and the crab in is because they don't take as long. And you certainly don't want the crab in so long that it's going to get so, that's going to just get tough on you, okay? But I do have the crab and the shrimp ready to go. I've got this ready to go. When the cheesecake says 5 minutes left is when I'm going to put the other stuff in. Oh my gosh. This should be your barbecue sauce all the time. All the time. And if you need some, throw some salt in there too. All the time though. Right here. This should be your barbecue sauce all the time. If you want to cut it a little bit, if it's too spicy and you need to cut a little bit, don't be afraid to throw in some lime juice. All right. So, this is something my son asked me. What happens if you're way ahead of schedule? The food outside still needs to get cooked, and the food inside is getting cooked, but it's not ready yet. What are you going to do then, Dad? And this is what I told him, guys. I told him, I have a surprise for you. That's right. A surprise. Now, I wanted to use a smaller one, like this. I don't have another one, but this one has barbecue sauce in it. This goes on a medium to low. We don't want it very high. And we're going to drop a little bit of milk in there. Little bit of milk. You notice I'm not singing today. I didn't have my records on today. It was well, it's been a very busy day. Preparing for the Super Bowl show. Okay, so what are we gonna make, guys? Well, if I have chocolate and I'm gonna melt it, and I have a can of marshmallow cream, and I had to buy graham crackers. These are honey graham crackers, and I had to buy graham crackers for the crust. Then I might as well use them all to make s'mores, my friends. That's right. Use them all to make s'mores. So, let me turn this down back here. The barbecue sauce is perfect. This is going great. The milk is heating up. So let's drop a bunch of chocolate in there. Bunch of chocolate. There you go. Of course, there's only 3 of us to eat this, though. What a shame, huh? What a shame. There you go. Now we're going to melt the chocolate into the milk. That's going to take a few minutes there. Get this out of the way. Also, I've got a few minutes there, but this is the bread I'm talking about. King's Hawaiian. These are the little buns I'm going to be using for my sliders. Okay? So let's melt this chocolate. Let's go. Melt it. A little bit of milk. Chocolate from Nestle. Semi-sweet chocolate stuff here. But we've got to heat this up and melt it. We're trying to do it slowly. So that means I get a pan out for my rolls. So I can do that here. This is off. So my barbecue sauce is turned off because it is ready. It's waiting for those wings to get smoked, which is probably going to take longer than I want it to, but we're going to put the rolls out here. I don't remember how many of those things I made, but I'll put all the rolls on here. This is just a dozen rolls. They'll be eaten by tomorrow, whether I use them in sliders or anything else. My seafood boil is begging me to pay attention to it and maybe add some seafood to it now. So while I melt the chocolate, I'm going to talk to you about the seafood that goes in the seafood boil. And I still can't see because of all of that. So while I melt the chocolate, slowly, and I may have used way too much milk, but my glasses keep getting fogged up, guys. Okay, here's what I'm using. These are crab legs. I believe they're king crab legs, as a matter of fact. And they are so long and so big that they're not going to fit in there the way they are. So, what should I do with them? Well, first let me show them to you, but I'm having trouble getting them. There you go. So, king crab leg, okay? Look at this crab leg. They're going to be too big. I could put it in the pot, but it may not work. Let's see. Will that work? Yeah, that one worked. They're not frozen so that you can bend them and put them in just like that. Or you can always, let me push this down a little bit. There you go. Or you can always cut them right here at one of the joints and separate them and put them in like that. Okay? Crab legs going good in there. All right, my chocolate is melting nicely in here. Come on, chocolate. Way too much milk for this chocolate. That's my bad, but that's okay. That's okay. I happen to have more chocolate available. And my crab legs are boiling. I've got 5 minutes and 49 seconds left on my cheesecake. That's right. Then I'm going to throw some more chocolate in here. All right, guys. I hope you have questions. I hope you're paying attention. I hope you've downloaded or at least printed out the recipes that I posted at www.ricklucio.com. That's where I post my recipes, my videos, my mini episodes, my full episodes. That's where the magic happens. That's where it all ends up, right there. All right, this is much better now. Oh yeah. Okay. So we've got the crab boiling, and we're going to let the crab boil, and then we're going to throw some shrimp in there. I do need to, however, take one last look outside at my food. So if you'll hang in there, we're going to take another walk. I know, a lot of walking today. A lot of walking. But I need to go open it and check it out. So here we go. Now, you may not be able to see it, but right here, the temperature gauge has it at about 325 as it is. Okay? There's plenty of smoke coming through here. You can put your hand here, trust me, there's plenty of smoke. We can open this up and look at those wings. Look at those burgers. You tell me they're not almost ready. Look at that stuff. So, here we go. Why don't we flip them over? Look at that. Look at that. If you can see the grill marks, then you know you're getting some good heat through here, guys. And there are grill marks on every one of these things. Every one of them has nice grill marks. This is going to look great. I'm flipping the wings over. They're all ready to go. We're going to come back out here in a couple of minutes, and I'm going to finish them off for you. Look at these burgers. Look at these. In fact, I'm not going to touch the burgers because I don't want them to fall apart on me. But those burgers, they look almost ready, and if you like them medium, they're ready. If you want them a little bit better, medium well maybe, look at these wings. Look at that fire still going. Let's close it up. It's lost a little bit of the heat, but it's going to pick back up. And away we go, guys. All right. It looks wonderful, doesn't it, guys? I think it does, too. All right. So, now we're coming back inside. We're down to 3 minutes on our cheesecake. And that means it's time to put the shrimp, not on the Barbie. I'm not from Australia. It's time to put the shrimp into the boil. So where's my boil? Right there. There's my seafood boil over here. This is the chocolate that I'm melting. That's going along just fine and dandy. Hopefully I can come back and use the chocolate the way I want to. But again, I can't see a thing. So then, where's my camera? Why don't we change cameras again? All right, here we go. Now this is shrimp. This is 3140. Okay, when you're looking at shrimp and you're asking the size, the number tells you the size. 3140 means there are 31 to 40 shrimp per pound. 2630 obviously means 26 to 30. That means they're a little bigger. The smaller they get, then you're getting to the, to the 40 to 50, the 60 and above are closer to the salad shrimps. The smaller numbers are the larger shrimp. Okay, I prefer, somewhere like, I like the 26 to 30. I like the 21 to 26 or 21 to 25. I like those sizes. I didn't have that. These are 3140. They're still a decent size shrimp, and they're going to go into the boil right now. You can change cameras again. I burned myself on the boil. All right, guys. Things are looking great. Things are smelling great. Things are working great. Okay? That cheesecake, looks wonderful. I'm going to pull it out here in another minute and 10 seconds. My chocolate is melting. What am I doing with the chocolate, guys? Remember? That's right. That's right. We're going to use a little chocolate sauce, a little bit of marshmallow cream, and the graham crackers, and it's going to look wonderful. But what are we going to do outside with those guys? Remember, I said I need to go finish off the chicken wings. So, this is what I'm going to do. As soon as I pull this out, we're going to go outside. We're going to top those things with some barbecue sauce, and everything's going to look great. I'm going to come inside. We're going to put everything back together on platters. You're going to see what it looks like, and I'm telling you guys, this will be your best Super Bowl party ever. The best one ever. Look at this beautiful chocolate. I love chocolate. I'm so glad for February and Valentine's Day. I buy my wife chocolate. She's not a fan. I mean, she likes chocolate, but she doesn't like me to buy it for her, which means she leaves it for me to eat. And that's just my tricky way of doing stuff. I know. Ain't I a rascal? And there it is. What is that noise? That noise? Oh no! What could it be? Could it be our beautiful cheesecake saying, "Take me out of here"? Yes, it could. So watch this. We're going to take our cheesecake out of the oven and we're going to place it right here. Just want to make sure that we can see where I'm going to place it. I have a cord in the way. That's my fault. There you go. I heard you. Don't get smart with the ovens. They have all the power when they're on, they're hot. Okay. And while I turn the oven off, we both know it's still hot inside. Okay? The cheesecake's going to use a few more minutes. So we're going to turn it back on. We're going to start the oven. We're going to leave it for 5 more minutes. Let's do a cook here. 5 more minutes. And let's go work on our wings, guys. Let's go work on our wings. All right. Before I do that, let me show you this. Look at the barbecue sauce. Okay? If we had that smell-o-vision stuff, like the future was promised to us, you would say, wow, that smells great. And it does. So what are we going to do? We're going to take the barbecue sauce, we're going to spread it all over the chicken, and then we're going to let the chicken cook with the barbecue sauce on so it can get nice and crispy and sweet on the outside. So one of the last 2 trips. We're going back outside, my friends. I'm going to show you how to do this directly on the grill. Back outside. Barbecue sauce. Woo. That's what the back of me looks like. Now, all right. Oh, look at that chicken. That chicken looks fantastic. The burgers look fantastic. So here's what we want to do, guys. And it's okay if you want to get closer to the fire, closer to the heat, because we want the sauce to burn directly onto it. But we don't want the sauce to actually burn itself. So let's just do it like this. Get all this stuff closer to the heat. Closer to the heat. This is a nice big one, so we'll put it way over here. And there you go. Okay, now we got all that there. Those burgers are looking great. I might try to flip them in a minute. Now, this is what we do. Look at this. Just coat them, baby. Just coat them. Oh my gosh. You see how thick this barbecue sauce is that we made? And I did not add a tomato paste, okay? I did not add the tomato paste. It's still nice and thick. They're gonna be coated and beautiful right here, right now. You can see the sparks of fire shooting up because I put one of the wings too close to the fire, and some of the fat burning off is shooting off on the fire. That's okay. Look at that. Oh. The other thing, of course, you can leave it like that for a little while, or, and I need to do this for this right here. Oh, perfect. Now, I would like to turn these burgers. Are they? Oh yes, look at that. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like you can see it. I'm flipping the burgers by hand. That shows you how well they've been cooked already, because they're not sticking to the grill. That one is, so that one may need a couple more minutes. Oh, that one's burned to the grill. But that's cool, because I like that too. All right, I'll leave those last 2 there. Okay? Now, if you want, you can come and you can turn the chicken over and then coat the backside also. Okay? And that's what we're going to do right now. Sorry about that, burgers. Let me put this down. Let me put this down. Woo! Look at that chicken. Yes, it's a little noisy on our back porch, but that's okay. That is okay, my friends. All those people driving by are jealous of what you and I are doing right now. Barbecue sauce. Let's lather up. Both sides are now sauced. There we go. Now we're going to go inside, check on our chocolate, check on our cheesecake, check on our seafood boil. Come back out here, grab this stuff off, plate it all, and you guys are going to look at some fantastic food. Fantastic food. Yeah, my grill needs a little work. That's cool. Oh, look at that, guys. Isn't that beautiful? Say goodbye to it. Now it's going to sit in here. It's going to smoke for a little while. And we're going to go back inside and work on the other stuff. I can smell the seafood boil. That seafood boil smells fantastic. The chocolate smells fantastic. All these things are mixing in. They smell great. They look great. This is almost as busy a show as our Thanksgiving Day show. It may even be busier, simply because I choose to do everything live. I choose to teach you straight up. And a lot of those other shows, a lot of TV shows, everything's pre-made and people are just talking and the hosts are just yang, 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 yang. Who cares? Okay, I'm talking while I do it. So, here we go. Let's get the chocolate out of the way. We're going to put chocolate sauce into one of these. Can you see them? Let me see. Can you see them? You can now, right? Yes. You can now. I know my producer over there is saying, make sure you put more stuff actually on the air instead of letting them guess at what you're doing. And yes, I'm making a little bit of a mess, but guess what? I get to clean up. So don't worry about what I do. There you go. Chocolate sauce. Fantastic. Let's clean it up a little bit. Okay, so what do we have here? This is our chocolate sauce. And that means we get over here, we open up our what is this called? Marshmallow cream. Yes, it's a version of a s'more. I know you can put marshmallows directly onto it, and that'll be a s'more also. And then you have chocolate, and then you burn it over something. This means you can, I love marshmallow cream. This is a way of having a s'more without having an open fire inside your house. All right, guys, that's all I'm trying to do. Trying to make it a s'more without an open fire inside your house, because that's always dangerous. That is always dangerous. Chocolate, marshmallow cream, and graham crackers. Ah, you hear that? Yes. Check this out. We'll put it onto here. This, my friends, is our s'more platter. That's awesome, isn't it? All right. Let me work on the other stuff now. Woo. Yes, yes, yes. I hear you, cake. I hear you, cheesecake. All right, guys. The cheesecake, I'm going to pull it, I'm going to remove it from the oven right now. Remember, I had it in a bath. I had it in a water bath. Okay? I'm canceling that, but guess what I get to put in the oven? I get to put rolls in the oven. We got to heat them up a little bit so they'll be ready for the sliders. Very good. Okay. The cheesecake. You can see it's in a bath. There's still plenty of water. You can see a little jiggle in the middle. That's not a big deal. You're going to cool this off anyway, and that's going to firm up really nice. This is what you want your cheesecake to look like. It's got one little part that brown right there. If you want to leave it in longer because you want more brown on top, you can. I don't want to. This, my friends. Look at that. Look at that. This is a beautiful cheesecake, which is very difficult to remove because everything's hot. But I am I'm a man, and I can get it done. There you go. All right. That is our cheesecake, my friends. Look, you see that? That is our cheesecake. Isn't that wonderful? Now, if you did the full-size one, you would cook it for an hour and let it rest and throw it into the refrigerator to cool for a couple of hours. This one, you can do the same thing. You still need to cool it off. Okay, it's out of the oven in 30 minutes, as it turned out. Out of the oven. We're going to cool it off. So this is actually something you can do on game day, where the other ones you need to do the day before. I'm going to put it over back here to cool off a little bit. In fact, I'm going to put it in the refrigerator to cool off. Cheesecake cooling off. It's going to firm up in a couple of seconds, and we're going to be ready to go. Woo! All right, guys. You saw the cheesecake and you saw the s'mores. It's funny how my dessert got done before the rest of the stuff, huh? Not exactly true. The seafood boil is ready. Okay? The seafood boil is ready. And the best thing to do for the seafood boil is put it in something. Now, here's a colander. I'm not going to put the colander, I'm not going to pour the stuff into here while it's standing on top of a cutting board. But I am going to grab from here and put it inside the colander like this. Okay? So, here's the two big crab legs. Here's a corn on the cob. Another corn on the cob. Here's some potatoes that are more than soft already. Here's another part of the crab leg. Another corn on the cob. Where are my, there they are, my shrimp. My shrimp. I want to show you, the shrimp were not in there that long. They're perfect, guys. You see that? They're not rubbery yet. They're not any, the skin is split just right. It looks good, guys. It looks good. A couple more pieces of potato, but I need more shrimp. And the only way to get shrimp is to dig it out of there. So, let me dig it out of there. Dig it out of there with this right here. Woo, there you go. More shrimp. Oh. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. There's more stuff in there, but I don't need to pull out anymore. And yeah, it's spilling a little bit, but I'm going to clean this up. Remember, I do the cleaning up anyway. All right. If you do the cleaning up, nobody can talk to you about any of it. How is that for a crab boil? Look at that, guys. The crab, the shrimp, potatoes, the corn, all of that looks great. Look at that. That's another dish done today. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And believe it or not, guys, it's time to bring in the stuff from outside. It's time to bring them in and put all of this all together and then say goodbye to you guys. So, if you will excuse me one more time, one last time, we go flying. Flying. Here we go. Okay. Flying. Here we go, guys. One more time outside before it gets too dark to film. OMG. Yes, look at that, guys. That is fantastic. Let's take the burgers off. That's not for the burgers, silly. Who's in charge here? Let's put the sliders right here. Oops, that slider is still refusing to come with me. Ouch. Oh, perfect. Better. Come on. Why would you do that to me? You know what? You don't go inside with this. Okay, look at those sliders. Does that not look great? Does that not look great? All right. And now the wings. We're gonna go right back inside after we're done with this. Look at that. You see how the barbecue sauce burned because of all the sugar in it? But it makes a nice looking wing there, doesn't it? Look at that. And that's what we're gonna have on every one of them. A little bit of burn. Oh, look at that. Oh, fantastic. This guy needs to get out from under there. Here, you go there while I get all the rest of these. Woohoo! Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. I lost the wing to the ground, guys. Somebody else, I'm guessing my director, producer who's holding the camera, really wanted that one and decided I didn't need to get it. We leave these out here. We're gonna go inside because we got plenty for our show. That's all we need for the show. And we'll come back out here in a few minutes. Pick up the rest of it. Here we go. let's take these inside, guys. All right, here we are. Back inside. Let me show you what we got. Look at this. Look at that. Sliders. Spicy, super spicy. What did I call them, guys? Smoked spicy chicken wings. They were smoked. They're spicy chicken wings. Okay, I've got that. I've got that. I've got the seafood boil. Seafood boil. Oh my goodness. I'm running out of places to put stuff, guys. This is just too much. This is for one party, my friends. One party, one big game. That's what this is all about. Of course, the beautiful cheesecake. And last but not least, my bonus dish for you guys. The bonus dish of s'mores. That's right. All right, guys. This is it. That's our Super Bowl for the day. That's our Super Bowl tailgate party for the day. I am Chef Mick. This is Cooking for the Boys. If you know how to cook, you can marry for looks. Thank you to my partner in crime today, Duran Lucio, directing everything, changing cameras for me, carrying the camera for me, helping me get in and out. This is a Revolucion studio production. Peace and love, guys. Peace and love. See you next week. Bye.